In this video, we will be discussing about electron affinity and electronegativity. Electron affinity is also called as electron gain enthalpy. In short, it can be abbreviated as EA. Coming to the definition, electron affinity is the energy released with the addition of an electron to a neutral gaseous atom to convert it into negative gaseous ion. Observe the underlined words. Atom must be in the neutral state with no charge. Its physical form must be gaseous. Even after the addition of electron, whatever negative ion gets formed, that also must be in the gaseous state. Example, let X be a neutral gaseous atom. When we add an electron to it, it gets converted into X minus negative ion. That also must be in the gaseous state. During the addition of an electron, energy gets released, so it is mentioned on the product side. Since energy is released, electron affinity is mentioned as a negative quantity. In other words, it is an exothermic change. Electron affinity is a measure of ease with which an atom adds an electron to form an ion. More negative the EA, more easily electron can be added to the atom. Let us consider two elements which are having electron affinity of -5 and -10 respectively. What it means is, to the element which is having -10 electron affinity, it is easier to add the electron in comparison to the element which is having an electron affinity of -5. Though we discuss the variation of electron affinity in a periodic table, its practical usage is more or less confined to chalcogens and halogens, that is, group 16 and group 17 elements. Electron affinity depends on atomic size and nuclear charge. Smaller the atomic size, more will be the electron affinity. More electron affinity means more negative electron affinity value will be. Don't look into it from mathematical logic. When we have smaller atomic size, closer will be the valence shell to the nucleus. So, more will be the nuclear pull on the valence shell electrons. This makes us easy to add electrons. So, more energy is released during the addition of an electron. In other words, we will have more electron affinity. Coming to the nuclear charge, greater the nuclear charge, more will be the electron affinity, or more negative electron affinity value will be. When we have greater nuclear charge, more will be the nuclear pull on valence shell. This makes it easy to add the electron. So, more energy is released during the addition of an electron. In other words, more will be electron affinity. Together, electron affinity is inversely proportional to atomic size, and electron affinity is directly proportional to nuclear charge. Let us analyze the electron affinity trend in periodic table using these two information. Across the period, atomic size decreases. Since atomic size is inversely proportional to electron affinity, we expect the electron affinity value to increase across the period because of atomic size. Nuclear charge across the period increases. Since nuclear charge is directly proportional to electron affinity, we expect the electron affinity value also to increase across the period because of nuclear charge. What happens to the electron affinity across the period is the resultant of these two, and that is electron affinity across the period increases, meaning electron affinity value will become more and more negative across the period. Atomic size down the group increases. Since atomic size is inversely proportional to electron affinity value will decrease down the group because of atomic size. Nuclear charge down the group increases. Since nuclear charge is directly proportional to electron affinity value also increases down the group because of nuclear charge. What happens to the electron affinity down the group is the resultant of these two, and that is observed to be electron affinity down the group decreases because down the group effect of increased atomic size is greater than the effect of increased nuclear charge. Down the group electron affinity value decreases means that is becoming less and less negative. There are exceptions even with electron affinity. What we expect is electron affinity values becoming more and more negative across the period and less negative down the group. Let us observe electron affinity values of few elements in this table. We can see beryllium, magnesium, nitrogen and all noble gases are having positive electron affinity values contrary to our expectations, meaning addition of an electron to these elements has become an endothermic process. This is one exception. Also, we expect electron affinity values to become less and less negative down the group. When we move from oxygen to sulfur down the group, contrary to our expectation, electron affinity value has become more negative. After sulfur, it is as per expectation. Same thing is happening even with the halogen family. Fluorine to chlorine, instead of becoming less negative, it has become more negative. Two more points we can see while moving from boron to aluminium and while moving from carbon to silicon. Of these 4 points, oxygen to sulfur, fluorine to chlorine are more important because practically electron affinity usage is confined to oxygen family and fluorine family. The unusual trend on moving from oxygen to sulfur and from fluorine to chlorine is due to small size of oxygen and fluorine in comparison to sulfur and chlorine respectively. We know that down the group atomic size increases. So, oxygen and fluorine are smaller in comparison to sulfur and chlorine respectively. Since oxygen and fluorine are smaller, adding an extra electron into these atoms lead to increased interelectronic repulsion. So, it is difficult to add electron to oxygen and fluorine. In other words, it is easier to add electrons into relatively bigger sulfur and chlorine atoms than smaller oxygen and fluorine atoms. Last periodic property is electronegativity. In short, this can be abbreviated as EN. Coming to the definition, electronegativity is the tendency of an atom in a molecule to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself. Underlined words are very important in this definition. As an example, let us consider HCl molecule. Here, we have a single bond between hydrogen and chlorine. Electrons which are present in the form of bond is called as shared pair of electrons or bond pair of electrons. That can be represented like this. Electronegativity means capacity of chlorine and hydrogen to pull the shared pair of electrons towards themselves. Since electronegativity is only a tendency, it is a dimensionless property. Unlike ionization enthalpy and electron gain enthalpy, it is not a measurable quantity and is based on different theoretical assumptions. I hope you are able to recall that ionization enthalpy and electron gain enthalpy are energies. Linus-Pauling scale and Mulliken scale are few theories on electronegativity. Pauling scale arbitrarily assigned electronegativity 4 for fluorine, that is highest, and electronegativity equal to 0.7 for cesium, that is lowest. Electronegativity depends on atomic size and nuclear charge. Its variations are very much similar to electron affinity. Coming to the atomic size, smaller the atomic size, more will be the electronegativity. When we have smaller atomic size, closer will be the valence shell to the nucleus. So, greater will be the capacity of an atom to pull the shared pair of electrons towards itself. In other words, more will be electronegativity of that particular atom. Coming to the nuclear charge, greater the nuclear charge, more will be the electronegativity. When we have greater nuclear charge, more will be the nuclear pull on the valence shell, meaning greater will be the capacity of an atom to pull shared pair of electrons towards itself. In other words, more electronegativity. Putting these two factors together, in a simple manner we can tell electronegativity is inversely proportional to atomic size and electronegativity is directly proportional to nuclear charge. Electronegativity trend in periodic table is very much similar to electron affinity trend. Atomic size across the period decreases. Since atomic size is inversely proportional to electronegativity, we expect the electronegativity to increase across the period because of atomic size. Nuclear charge across the period increases. Since nuclear charge is directly proportional to electronegativity, we expect the electronegativity also to increase across the period because of nuclear charge. What happens to the electronegativity across the period is the resultant of these two, and that is electronegativity across the period increases. Atomic size down the group increases. Since atomic size is inversely proportional to electronegativity, electronegativity decreases down the group because of atomic size. Nuclear charge down the group increases. Since nuclear charge is directly proportional to electronegativity, we expect the electronegativity also to increase down the group because of nuclear charge. What happens to the electronegativity down the group is the net result of these two, and that is electronegativity down the group decreases because down the group effect of increased atomic size is greater than the effect of increased nuclear charge. Noble gases have completely filled valence shell electronic configuration. Because of that, noble gases show no tendency to attract electrons. In other words, electronegativity of noble gas is equal to 0.